Be careful how you hold on to the past. One of the most dangerous phrases you could use as a benchmark for thought and deed in this experiential dispensation is, "This is how we have always done things." That line of thought could literally render you obsolete. Look, in these introductory years of the new dispensation, experience as a weapon or tool has far lesser value in comparison with curiosity. The watchword should be integration. How do you incorporate what you know with what is yet unfamiliar? Which means you have to ask tons of questions as opposed to dismissing things because they don't look like what has produced results for you in the past. Disruptions are happening across industries, and disruptions of this magnitude are not accidental. That's nature's way of telling you that the rules for playing this game called life have fundamentally changed. If you don't learn the rules, you lose your relevance. There's a book called Evolve or Die by Robin Crow. You should actually check it out. You see, times like this validate the works of somebody like Raymond Loewy, the man who designed everything. He came up with a grand theory of popularity called the Maya theory. He theorizes that human beings by design are torn between sentimental attachment to the old and fascination of the new. That means businesses and individuals who come around the confluence of these two opposing forces will continue to perpetuate relevance across dispensations. The key factor here, curiosity. For every occurrence in our three-dimensional world, there are different dimensions of interpretation. The perspective of a business mogul will differ from that of a politician or a cleric. Same topic, different perspectives. Your reaction to a subject matter is a function of the office that you occupy. For instance, your office could be angry, unemployed youth. You will find out that every other angry unemployed youth will interpret that subject matter the same way that you did. It's called sympathetic resonance. What you must know, however, is that there are other dimensions of interpretation of that same subject matter going on simultaneously. And these perspectives are very real. In fact, they are important. The way an unemployed person will interpret an economic recession is not the same way that a business mogul will. And both perspectives are integral to the functioning of society. Now, the journey to enlightenment starts from you stepping outside your office to aggregate perspective from the other offices, even though you do not agree with them. A slave who desires freedom must first become a master unto himself, self-determining that he is indeed deserving of freedom. The perspective of a slave alone is not sufficient to enforce freedom. Aggregating other perspectives will give you a bird's eye view to see what is really going on. It's like the plan of a city. You can't see it while walking within it, but if you bought a plane and you have a helicopter view from the sky, you'll be able to see the intentionality of the design of the whole city. You don't have to be literate to be enlightened. Just aggregate as much perspectives as you can. Everybody has substance. I believe that inherent in the very fabric of our existence as humans is value that has the propensity to impact mankind. It's not a zero-sum game. Everybody can eat. There's room. The universe is still expanding as we speak. We might not all eat in equal measure, but everybody can eat well. The major challenge is that emphasis is placed more on the container rather than the content. And the truth is, it is the content that gives the container value. If whiskey drives into your neighborhood in an old 504 Peugeot station wagon, people will crowd that car, not because of the container, but the content. Because once he abandons the car goes back to being a relic. I believe most people value looking the part over actually being the part. There's something I used to tell my friends. It's very corny, but I like it. We are not called human doings or human showings. We are called human beings, meaning we are here to become. Everything else is an offshoot of our becoming. If you haven't become that which you portray yourself to be, it's only a matter of time where everything falls apart. Personal branding begins with internal engineering. It is first an inside job before your appearance or your aesthetics. So you must dig. Find simple facts about yourself. Question your thoughts. Feel what you feel. Trust your gut. Learn yourself. Love yourself. It is by engaging in all of these activities that you find your own substance, and then you can operate from within.